Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 12th episode of the JFS podcast. Today, we have Ace.
Hello.
And our server's tax collector, Smitje.
Hello.
So, how's everybody doing this week?
I am doing good.
That's good.
Up.
What do we... So
what do we want? Yeah, what do we want to talk about first?
There's a lot of stuff, so I'm not entirely sure.
Hey, for once, we actually have a lot of stuff to talk about.
I know, right?
Let's see. Well, what are some quick things we could ring off?
My subject is pretty quick, I think.
Okay.
Also, in the Netherlands, you have every year a couple of educational courses. Like most of them are open-ended, like psychology. You can do a lot of things. Reading that, fixed numbers. Only so many people can do that education that year, and most of the time it ends up in a lottery. In the Netherlands, grades don't really matter that much. More like you have the diploma, and then you can go to the next school. And now they scrap that for a lot of educations, so a lot more people can join in and do those educational things. A lot of them are also in nursing and physiotherapy.
Actually, sounds like a good thing there.
Yeah, it sounds like a good thing.
And the only fear is that a lot of people will also drop out, which will put them...
That's true.
That will have the school invest in materials and things that might... And also, last year they got rid of the study assistants, which everybody got, basically. You got always €100 each month because you go to school, and now that is a loan. So also a lot less people will go to university for that reason. Although it's nowhere near American.
Yeah, the U.S. needs to, overhaul their education thing, I think. Especially when it comes to, student loans and all that.
Yeah, here a yearly tuition is like €2,000.
Yeah. We can get that at, a community, a very small school. We can get around that much, but big universities are, around $40,000 for tuition.
That's insane. Multiple diplomas for that money here.
Oh, yeah.
Then you have to buy books and pay your lab fees and get housing and all that stuff. So it all adds up.
Well, housing is also not really a problem in the Netherlands. Most people will just at home for that time, because you do get something our left side really thought about is that they kept the public transportation card intact, so students can travel free. Public transportation. You have two options you can choose, or weekdays or weekends, because some people do live away, so they can then travel in the weekends home. But most people just live at home for those 4 years and travel to school by train, by bike. Oh, it's very big, because I know people who wanted to do an education and they didn't get in because of this lottery. Or they have to wait a year, or they have to do something else. Now that will no longer be necessary.
That's good.
Yeah, that's really good. Wish we had that kind of over here. That's my number one fear about starting to go to college is the money. It's just so gosh dang expensive.
I want to go back to school, but I'm still kind of hesitant about it, because I'm not sure if I can afford to do that.
Yeah, I do find that we took a step back, that it became a loan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or interested in really free school stuff, free education, and that you maybe only have to pay for your books, because most of them are also sometimes optional. My education, I had a lot of books that were optional that you could put in, and you just ordered them if they came. needed in our education. So.
That's quite good.
Yeah.
I think that was my subject.
Yep. Good subject. Okay, so that's good for the Netherlands. I'm very happy for you guys. We're getting more stuff for education. Let's see what else. What do we have? What do we have next? I was trying to think of a transition. It's just I can't think of a transition.
Well, speaking of Smitje, since he's the newest member on the server, how are you enjoying the server?
Quite a bit, actually. Yeah, it's a very interesting and very active server, what I used to.
I'm glad to see that it's that we got a bunch of people back playing again.
A bit overwhelming at first, like all those things are already built.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, there's already an ender, there's a gold farm there.
That server's been up for a while.
Yeah.
Then you come in and like, oh.
You feel so cheaty at first. You're like, oh my gosh, I can go make diamond tools immediately. You know.
Yeah.
Most of the time I always have a grinder in my base. I always find it nice to have my own enchanting corner. But it was also always because I always joined the server in the beginning. I was always one of the founders, basically. But there was no ender. It was more of a necessity. Mm-hmm. Now I don't have that. I have a couple of piston elevators in my base that go. But more than that, I don't really have... I don't need much if you just start in a server that's up so long. I have
Oh yeah.
storage base and chicken farm and a rabbit farm for books.
Speaking of which, because you were with me on the Equal server way back when, like, what did you end up doing between then and now, like after the server really closed?
You mean server-wise, or?
Like, did you go back to map making or pick it up?
Not really. I just started recently again with map making. I don't know what I really did. Minecraft in those periods. I think I also had a little bit of burnout.
Yeah.
Of course.
Now recently I have a very interesting idea for a map I've been working on. Streaming it also a little bit here and there. But that was a while back, and then Fallout was on sale. And
have you heard from Lahydra lately?
A bit. I have him on WhatsApp, but I asked him I asked him about if he had seen the 1.11 panel. I haven't had a response yet. But he's doing well as far as I know.
Good.
I think a bit done with Minecraft, but...
So you mentioned you had piston elevators earlier, and from what we've heard in the next update, they might have changed the way the whole piston systems work, which might break a bunch of stuff on the server. I actually don't know the details of it, so if you guys do...
Well, I was really shocked by it. I thought it was a feature, to be honest. I think it's already in the game a long time, already since 1.9.
Yeah.
And I can remember watching the Etho video about it, and he said, well, it's already been in the game for so many snapshots. Probably a feature. I kind of believed him, but apparently it always was marked as a bug. Grum finally fixed it, sadly enough. Now pistons were just the piston things.
That sucks.
That's really going to break everything. Jeez.
Yep. So we're gonna have to like rebuild the gold farm and fix all kinds of stuff.
I wonder if Etho has a funny intro this next episode because of this.
He might.
Because he built that whole gold farm, of course.
Yeah, I think Etho's world's just... he's gonna have a whole bunch of broken things he's gonna have to fix. I don't know how he's gonna do it, but...
I haven't watched him in a long time.
Yeah.
Starting to like actually not watch many old Minecraft guys. I think I only have like Dude and Kurt left.
Basically only Etho, I think.
Yeah,
I'm beef here and there.
I'm good Etho and beef really.
Yeah. But yeah, Trump Tower is gonna have to
Oh yeah.
get a different way up.
Fruit's design's gonna be broken.
Yep.
You're gonna be a genius if you use ladders.
Can you always use like a slime block? No, they shouldn't be broken. Or are they broken now?
Well, I believe it's still possible for pistons to push entities. I believe Doc M had a video on it. I don't like Doc M, so I didn't watch it. And it still works, but only horizontal. And it's a lot bigger. A lot of slime blocks.
This... Oh my... Grum, what have you done?
Well, be interesting to see how people work around this. Maybe they'll unbreak it or like re-break it.
We'll re-break the thing. We'll make it back to its normal.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but maybe we can complain enough to Grum that he'll change it back.
Yeah.
Well, the Reddit, Minecraft Reddit is full of it. Also, a lot of people who defend it, that like it was a bug, so it has to be fixed.
Yeah, we know that Bethesda doesn't worry about bugs that much. Like, oh, it's also a feature. Like, so yeah, maybe they'll put it back if we complain enough.
Here I found one of the somebody who built one of the newer models. Piston.
Yeah.
Put it in the chat. Thing. But it's a lot bulkier, and I haven't seen any vertical designs yet, so.
So speaking of Minecraft, we had our... I believe that by the time this video comes out, UHC 11 will have happened.
Of course.
So we did our Race to the Ender Dragon version 2. Hopefully I didn't die first. I did last time.
We're breaking the fourth wall. We haven't actually recorded it yet. So
yeah.
If you want to know.
It's certainly a bit too late for me to join. What is it? 5 CT?
Yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern.
11 at night for me. So I'm counting it goes on for a couple of hours. It's a bit.
Yeah.
Well, do we?
Yeah, hopefully it was not as buggy, and everything was pre-generated.
It's a different host this time, so not say anything bad that Canuck didn't generate the stupid thing, but
I'm sure it'll be it would have what am I trying to say? Sure, it was a good UHC. / will be a good UHC.
I hope so.
I did another pregame show video with Newsman Mixon this time, so that will come out. We're gonna put it actually up here on the JFS YouTube channel.
Ooh.
Day before the or maybe like the day of the first episode.
Okay.
Let's see. The leaderboard that I'm doing will be reset, so everybody will have a fresh start. Try to top the leaderboard. I'm weighting it a little bit by factoring in team finish and kills, so you'll have more opportunities to gain more points now. besides just surviving as long as you can.
Okay. I like the new system. This can be quite useful.
It rewards being actively, I guess, playing instead of just hiding in a hole or something.
Dakota.
Well, in his defense, he had to, go eat dinner? Very important. But, yeah, so...
Yeah. So do we have...
Congratulations to whoever won, and...
True. Whoever that may be could be in this call.
Yeah.
Do we have...
Smitje.
Smitje, you're going to win.
Hopefully.
Do we have any predictions? I mean, we've already done it at this point, but just as
I believe that the dragon has a pretty high chance of actually winning this one.
Of course, I mean,
because last time we did a Race of the Dragon UHC, it actually was debatable who won because the person that killed the dragon also died at the same time. So, dragon was close last time. You're looking to fix that mistake, I guess, this time.
I don't know. I mean, they've since 1.10, right? They've completely overhauled the dragon. So
yeah, I actually did a little dragon fight on a single player world, and she's got 2 new attacks. So
yeah.
got a projectile shot that shoots the little dragon's breath thing, and then she'll land on the portal back to the overworld to do the dragon's breath thing again. So, and on top of that, some of the beacons are covered in iron bars, so you have to climb up to them and break them instead of just shooting at them. So definitely going to be a lot tougher this time.
Yeah, I don't. If not saying that one, if we'll say one person from one team gets to the end, the other 3 die before. I can't say that they can't beat the dragon, but I think the dragon probably will kill them easily.
Yeah.
So you got to be there. Probably at least 3 members of your team. So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think it'll be a really tough UHC this time.
It also depends on where they spawn in. Middle of nowhere.
Very true.
Or if it's the island itself. I hope they take a couple of water buckets with them.
Yep.
Whoever that may be.
We'll find out tomorrow, I guess.
Should be exciting.
Well, I guess more server related things, because I don't think we have anything else to say on the UHC. We have a federation on the server.
Yep.
And he happens to be in this podcast right now. Smitje, do you have anything to say from the Underground Federation?
Well, the Underground Federation hasn't received any payments, so I might have to look. Federation might have to look at some records, some videos from people, see what they have to say about it, and then find correct sanctions for them after that.
Yeah, it's definitely stirred up a lot of controversy, especially amongst the Skype group. Had a big discussion about it.
Yeah. So how do you feel about this? Because a lot of people are very angry. I don't know if you've seen Street's video, but he got very frustrated with the taxes. How do you feel about this?
Well, in the Federation doesn't really care, but it's still just a joke.
Yeah.
I'm not going to steal anybody's diamonds, especially because I still don't really know anyone on the server. I know.
Yeah.
pretty sure by ace I could take 10 diamonds and 9, and he knows that if he asks, he gets them back. Like that.
So in a sense,
Yeah, it's
you're pranking
I
the
don't know.
entire server. And they're pranking themselves back by getting angry at this.
But I don't really understand. Maybe it's more of a such thing to just be honest about it and just say, "Well, I don't want this to happen." I actually expected that. Like some people would come to me like, "Well, it's all fun and game, but I don't want to be part of this. I don't want to be sanctioned, etc., etc. Keep me out of it." Then okay, you out of it.
I think the big issue they have is that it just kind of popped up out of nowhere, like
Yeah.
kind of showed up and started, I guess, throwing your weight around all of a sudden. Like, here I am, I'm just gonna tax everybody. I think that's how everybody's seeing it. So it's like I think for Switzerland's opinions on it, it probably would have been more beneficial if it was taxes on like upcoming builds instead of ones that are already like set up, so that I don't know, it doesn't come as a surprise or anything. Like you're
True, but I also thought it would be funny to see people react to
yeah,
something you have.
and it is. It's funny seeing people freak out about it.
I had to mention Street's video. That was hard to tell if that was genuine or if he was joking, but yeah.
Seen that one, yeah.
Well, like when the whole Street's got some pretty interesting emotions on stuff, because when the faction thing started up and people started like settling land, everything, like started claiming islands and such, he like went around and destroyed all his islands around his base so nobody could settle near him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he got way on the defensive about it. I thought that was pretty funny. He's like way out in the corner of the map too, so he's
Oh yeah.
everybody else is grouped together, like pretty similar area, all the way out in the corner, freaking out about somebody getting too close to him.
I'm somewhere in the middle of nowhere, ice plains biome.
Yeah.
Ground. Went to the servers once, make sure nobody was there. Nobody was there. I don't even have a service access. I can only get to my base through the nether. Yeah, I'm not really worried about people who would settle near me. Somebody
No.
want to build a theme park on top of my base, I'll go ahead as long as you don't dig down too far. Only,
Then I'll tax you.
yeah, for example, I would text you, but it's also a bit rude. So maybe in my rabbit farm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I wouldn't mind if people sell near me either. I think it would create a good storyline situation. Try to work a deal out over there or something. Because I like the idea of having a bit of a role play scenario come out of this.
Oh yeah.
So far, the Underground Federation's kind of helped set something up for that. So maybe there'll be another court case.
Maybe. I don't know. I hadn't expected it so much.
Yeah, it got a lot of heat.
Yeah, like somebody did make permits for the shops. I believe.
Yeah, I think Mixon did. Yeah.
And I could, as a federation, I could accept these permits, or I could just put some more coal on the fire. And also, this person seemed like to get the idea behind it.
Yeah.
So I accused him of bribing me and falsifying permits. And I left him an official note about being taxed because he has an underground base. And I went back just now to look back if he had done anything, if he had found it, if it had been on since then. But I can't find his base anymore. Did some
Yeah, he
remodeling.
actually, he released a video talking about how he terraformed a little bit. Hid the entrances to his base now.
Only a few people know where the actual entrance is, and
Yeah.
I need to watch some videos, apparently.
I think I know how to get there more or less because I sold the place to him.
yeah. Speaking of that, he bought your spider spawner, so that was interesting.
Yeah, it was that was actually the base I was going to use to build my aircraft carrier, but the ocean was a little too small around there. I was like right by the world border at the time before it expanded.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved elsewhere. Didn't really do much with it, so it ended up being a place where the railway to the Guardian farm goes through, and then I sold it. So.
I think I saw a title for the video. It was something of a broken spawner or worst spawner ever.
Oh, that was Shostin's. Yeah, tried to make a spider spawner, and I think the mechanics changed between the video that he was watching and now, so really work out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think those two builds there were actually the only two truly underground builds that I had, so the fact that I sold them is actually kind of beneficial in that way.
I've been to your base, but I couldn't really find the base. The glass dome?
Oh, the glass island?
Yeah.
It's technically not underground anymore, because it is the island.
No, it wasn't wasn't in Federation business, but just curious, but I couldn't really find.
It's in the green hub on the low side.
Okay, because I've seen you build your banner room.
Oh yeah, that one. You take the railway over there, and then there's a little ladder that takes you up by the portal, and you kind of have to find your way from there, but you just go straight back. And just a short walk past that. I haven't set an easy way to get over there yet, but not that far away.
Well,
I think we can move on.
So I was thinking about something. We were talking about the server still, right? Yeah. And there's been a recent movement of Halloween all over the server.
Yeah, there has. So many people have put on their Halloween skins recently. Made a couple spooky builds and such.
I just discovered that there's a shop inside the pumpkin balloon.
Yeah, that's Scott's build, I think.
I didn't know that. I only saw the ship that was a store in, but just discovered that pumpkin also had a store in it. But no ender chest, so I couldn't buy anything.
I feel really bad because Scott was gonna put that balloon where my Halloween shop is. And I built there, and he was like, "Oh no!" But fortunately, he found another spot. And that's good.
Yeah. Good. And there's the whole ghosting thing going around too.
Yeah, True Street started that up.
I uploaded a video where that was kind of featured online, but long story short, I didn't really follow. I didn't do the tradition. I'm hoping that a storyline builds off it, though. So, see what happens.
That's fun.
Yeah, everybody's in the spooky mood lately.
Anybody watching the podcast from the server, go buy some Wither Skeleton Skulls from my shop. There's still 2 left.
Yeah. Killed a Wither recently.
Oh,
bought a
nice.
costume. I only have 2 diamonds left entirely, but I bought a costume.
Nice. I don't know if I'm gonna refill the chest when if it's empty, but
Maybe if empties out before before Halloween, making an October only thing.
yeah, oh yeah, this shop is only gonna be here for October. It's gonna be gone November 1st. Maybe then I'll open up
Change it to
a Thanksgiving shop.
yeah, just turn it into a flying turkey.
I was thinking more like I was opening like a Snoopy wearing like a pilgrim hat, but
Oh, okay. Be a Macy's Day Parade at Shoptown.
oh, I want to do that. That'd be fun. Giant.
We should do that if we can figure out how to
balloons.
organize it.
Oh, that'd be a lot of building, a lot of material.
Yeah. Like everybody could build a float.
Huh, we could organize something like that. That'd be an interesting idea.
Yeah. Oh, we could touch on this, that the JSano Olympics just ended yesterday.
Oh,
The videos. The PvP arena event was the last one. I haven't finished watching the entire thing, so I don't know who won overall, but I think the closing ceremonies are coming out pretty soon, so... I wish I could have attended that, but I was working at the time, so... Maybe next year.
do you think is this gonna be like I wouldn't doubt it's gonna be like the Olympics and do it every 2 years. Probably would be once a year, possibly even twice a year, but
Yeah. I hope it's once a year so I could at least do it. Because I think if we wait too long, because Minecraft has been around for a long time, so we don't know when that one update comes around when people just completely lose interest.
I
Game
think
finally dies out.
honestly, just saying here, I think 1.10 was that update. I think they probably lost more than half their support.
Yeah.
So
It might.
it's in
This
its
update might redeem it a little bit. There's some good
yeah.
stuff coming.
1.11 might say, "Hey, everybody, come back." You know, we're sorry for making a crappy update with 1.10, but
Yeah. This is their chance to fix their mistakes.
So I don't find 1.11 also has features. For an exploration update, it also doesn't. Though Jab himself said it should have been called the expedition update.
Yeah.
But
I'm not entirely sure why, other than the Woodland Mansion.
yeah, and it also doesn't have any new blocks, which I find a bit weird because Minecraft is.
That is kind of strange. I mean, technically, you could consider the shulker box to be a new block, but it's a tile entity, so
I think that's honestly that's the only thing that I'm 100% excited for is that shulker box. Like I like the way that it's not only a nifty thing to have, but it's also not something you can get right away. Like you have to go all the way to the end and then explore the end cities just to get one. So it's not like a game-breaking feature.
I would like a smaller one, maybe the turtle
Yeah.
shells. That 9-slot inventory.
That'd be cool.
But I also like now we have these shulker boxes. Also would have been the perfect time to introduce all these slabs and stairs everybody wants.
you
That's
know,
true.
I think this is just they know we want them. They're never gonna give us to them, so we continue to want them. They're never gonna come.
Or it's like the last resort. Everybody leaves Minecraft.
Give you
No,
slabs.
Wait, we'll fix it now.
I mean those are so easy to add to, so easy.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why, but
And I've noticed that they haven't fixed like the world generation bugs and things like that yet.
really,
It's
they
like,
haven't fixed that yet.
Yeah, because I'm still walking around and I have to like stop every so often just to wait for the world to load. It doesn't seem like they fixed that yet, but we'll have to wait and see.
Oh, dang! I hope they fix that. So.
I was actually kind of disappointed with the Woodland Mansions
I
because
know.
I went looking for it and explored it, and there's really not that much loot or anything in there.
Like, I think the most important thing is that Totem of Undying thing that what are they called? Invokers drop or something like that? I
I don't
mean,
find them really that useful, those totems.
do they not help? Because I never really tested it.
But you have to
It just doesn't seem like something that I would use in anything, really.
You have to
Like-
hold them. So it also means you don't have access to a shield or a weapon.
Yeah.
Should have made it more in your inventory, maybe. But I don't exactly see the benefit item. The new mobs I do find interesting. I'm still waiting for MC Stacker to update to see all the functions they have.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about the Woodland Mansion and all. I mean, they're, again, like you said before, they're kind of disappointing. The loot inside and like the chest is kind of just crappy. And I was really saddened to see that the new mobs don't respawn. So
Yeah. So once you clear it out, it's just another house.
I mean, that's cool maybe if you wanted to have a house immediately in your world, but otherwise it's dumb.
Not much.
I think I want to make the Totem of Undying really rare, like Dragon Egg, but you can also respawn the dragon, so why is it not a respawn?
I think they
Yeah.
should have done the Totem of Undying, like, have it as an end city loop.
That would
So
be
that you have
interesting.
to, like, explore a
Look what-
lot and get all the way to the end to get it. Instead of just stumbling across a mansion and maybe getting lucky killing the thing,
Yeah.
you have to, like, actually go to the end and find one somewhere.
Or just don't make it a drop at all, but do it more like the Elytra. Just have an item frame inside the
Yeah.
mansion.
That'd be
A
interesting.
special loot.
Yeah,
Maybe we should do the game updates from now on.
yeah, JFS. Just, I mean, screw you, Mojang.
We'll take over from here.
Yeah.
But you can find spider spawners in the mansions. But
I feel like it was odd that they didn't add a spawner to the mansion. Like, I feel like there should have been.
Yeah.
But
All kinds of stuff in there, but nothing of really excitingness.
a lot of Easter eggs that kind of bit weird.
you know, is this an issue that they're gonna have to fix? Are they gonna have to fix to the point where the mobs in the Woodland Mansion respawn and the Shulkers respawn? Is this something that they think they need to fix?
I think they should. Yeah, I think so.
Because I mean, Shulkers thing. I mean, I can see why. Maybe they don't want them to respawn because then it'd just be absolute OP. You probably could create some sort of a farm that would kill them over and over again, and you could have an infinite amount of shulker boxes. But this,
Well, I think for the mansion thing, there should be some respawning. I think the shulker boxes are just fine, actually.
okay,
But also, like, the shulker boxes are so end game.
Yeah,
Why
They
would
are.
it matter if you have 7,000?
that's true.
I don't know.
But, like, it's just, all the effort you have to go to get one, I think is actually set up fine for that.
Okay.
So, I don't have a problem with the shulker boxes at all.
The only problem I have with respawning, I guess I really shouldn't say respawning, problem, but the Woodland Mansion mobs, they drop emeralds, meaning they could make emerald farms.
Yeah.
Which might be a little bit too OP with villagers. They could potentially break them.
Basically, already make emerald farms. Like,
I mean, yeah, you can make emerald farms, but I don't know.
a bit weird. It still feels sometimes a little bit modded to me. Like someone
I mean,
tried it.
they do talk with the
badly.
modded people about updates. Like, didn't they talk with Dr. Zark for the horses?
I think so.
Yeah, it did.
So,
But it just feels a bit doesn't feel that it is integrated in Minecraft correctly. Mentions feels like it's really an add-on.
Mm-hmm.
When you download it somewhere.
They just found it online. They're like, "Ooh."
When you reskin some villagers.
Hopefully they'll fix it in the future.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure eventually Microsoft will realize that we're complaining. So.
Yep.
Well, I wonder, I do a lot, or maybe it's wrong, but I really do wonder what 1.12 will be about.
Yeah, I'm always curious to see what they're gonna do next.
I don't know. 1.12, I think that would probably be at like what? Like
Next year, probably.
January, February-ish?
Yeah. Maybe even March, because there's also a Christmas break in between.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sure, they get their little time off. So, and you have to consider, like, it's only like Grum working on the game now, so.
Basically, yeah.
Probably overwhelming for him.
Well, they really want to push the Windows 10 editions, I think.
I can see that Windows 10 is great. Well, the Windows 10 version is great. But can they push people to update to Windows 10?
Well, I actually have it, and it's not bad.
Like, I have Windows.
Like, I don't have a problem with it.
I have Windows 10 on my Mac. I barely use it, but
I mean, I don't use it any differently as I do with anything else. So.
I also have Windows 10. The only thing I was really disappointed about is you don't have option to play DVDs.
Yeah.
On it randomly, you have to buy an application for €15. Or download the VL launcher. VLC media player.
Wait, you can't play DVDs? Wouldn't your computer have a port for that and you can play them anyway?
You can put them in, but it doesn't play them. You can't play them.
What?
That's lame.
That's really stupid. That's what they're there for.
In reaction. And it, thankfully, that free program worked perfectly. So.
That works.
Well, speaking of disappointing, No Man's Sky is pretty disappointing. It was actually one of the few games that I was hyped about when it was coming out. And I feel kind of disappointed in myself that I let it happen at this point. But yeah, they've been going through a lot of issues lately with an article I posted not too long ago talking about how the Advertising Standards Authority is investigating the game in terms of whether or not it committed false advertising for all the features it said it would provide and did not do. So
they did. They false advertised, which is sad.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm on the side of the developers. I know I'm on the minority. I like No Man's Sky. It's a great game. I'm sure people would probably be behind me. Most of the negative people will probably be behind me on that situation. It's still a good game.
It's not what they said it would be.
That's not what they said it would be. But like, I mean, you have to kind of take it into consideration that they could update the game, like Minecraft. Add those certain features you saw in that trailer. Get added in the future.
Yep.
But they haven't said anything. That's the sad thing. They haven't said this is actually what our plan is. Really, they haven't said anything since the game came out.
Yeah, it says in the article that the active users has fallen below 1,000 players on Steam. Then, so
I also think a reason why they get investigated, I believe.
Yeah.
Because so many people with the game. So many outlashes on it about it. I think there are plenty of other games that also falls to advertise. Get away with it because not that many people.
This was probably...
Yeah, I think there was, because of what they promised and how big it was built up to be. It's so many people were behind it in the beginning, and now it's not what they thought it would be. So that's why it's getting all the attention it is.
Yeah, I'd almost say this is probably one of the most hyped games over the past, like in gaming history, I'd almost say. And then just now. Well, I mean, I hope they don't find. I hope they. I don't want them to get sued badly, but like, they deserve maybe to. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not an authority to say this stuff, but.
Well, also, of course, if you have years between the announcement of it, release of it.
Yeah.
That's
well,
true.
I believe Bethesda does more like, well, here on a big conference about all new things computer related, California. Well,
I actually didn't even, like, I bought the game, but I don't think I could play it on my laptop, but I started watching everybody else's stuff on it, and it definitely wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. There was a lot more that I think they could have done with it, and I do agree that they probably could update it in the future, but with how many refunds they've had to give and now this happening, I don't know if they're even going to survive long enough to do that.
No,
So,
they're at this point they're just. Since they haven't said anything, I assume they gave up.
yeah. It's disappointing because I think the Minecraft podcast, like years ago, mentioned that it was either going to be a huge success or a huge flop, and turns out it pretty much the latter. So yeah, it's kind of disappointing because it was the first game that I was hyped for, like, in years. So I was ready for this one to be good, but it wasn't.
Gosh dang it. Well, hopefully there's other games that will come along and you'll hype everybody back up, and I don't know, will flop or fail, or flop or fail, that's the same thing, or flop or succeed. So
Yeah, maybe somebody will look at that idea and try to make their own version. And
oh yeah, there's a lot of those games that have been talked about, so yeah,
be interesting.
So what my point was about being years between. I found out it's called E3.
Yeah.
Bethesda says in June, hey, we have a game that's going to release this October. So there's also not that period where people get expecting high expectations from it. Yeah, that's my point. Right. But like all those years between that people start thinking about the game and fantasizing how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be this huge letdown. Well, Tesla doesn't let that happen, as an example, because it's only a couple of months in between the announcement and the release, even though they're working on it. So apparently they're working on another game for Elder Scrolls 6. But we hope.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about hype of the Elder Scrolls 6, so
I'm curious to see how they do that for Elder Scrolls, because that has been a series that I've liked a lot.
Yeah, me too. I'm more Elder Scrolls than Fallout.
Yeah.
Just hope they don't bring all the settlement stuff to the Elder Scrolls series. Please don't shove it down your throat like they did in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Because I'm now doing a second playthrough with more role playing in it in Fallout. I haven't gone home on anything, so I only have one settlement. And then it's amazing. You can just make one home for yourself. You don't get all the notifications that other things are under attack and people are kidnapped and panic. I hope they just keep it more on your own idea of role playing, your own character, which already isn't more than a Fallout. But in Fallout, you already are a character. You are this fall dweller that comes up from the surface, from the ground. Which Vault-Tec built an eagle, by the way. And in Skyrim, you become the artist prisoner. Just blank slate. You can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah. Yeah, the Elder Scrolls series is definitely... I don't think I've ever finished any one of those games, but it's definitely on my favorites list there. Just kind of mill around and do whatever.
I don't really think you can finish a game or Fallout. There's always more to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the remaster at the end of this month.
Was it that fast?
Yeah, the 28th.
Oh.
Fruit wants me to look for the secret shop.
Is there a new one? Gosh. Oh, he moved it finally.
I don't want to look for it.
You don't want to look for
I haven't been interested in it at all.
I gotta find it. So
Hey, what else do we have?
I was trying to find a segue between Fallout. Fallout being kind of a destructive game. There's a very destructive storm headed right for Florida.
Yes.
Which I'm really concerned about the people of Florida. I don't know if you've seen the Weather Channel. They uploaded a video to YouTube, and I'm sure to the news. Like, seriously, this is a warning. Get the frick out of Florida. Otherwise, you will die.
Well, the thing about that is the big problem is that Florida hasn't had a big hurricane like this since like 2005.
Yeah.
So anytime there's something this big, everybody freaks out and says it's going to be the worst storm ever and all this stuff. And this one it's a Category 4, so it's pretty strong.
Oh,
I think it weakened a bit since then, but
that's good.
For one thing is Florida. They're all too familiar with hurricanes, and I've been there for 15 years. The storm is actually just grazing Florida right now. So it's not even making a direct hit, but the big question is that right now it's possibly going to loop back around and could potentially hit it again afterwards.
So I saw a path. Is it going through Washington? Like, I mean, as a tropical storm, of course, but
it's what it's planning on doing is going to go up to the Carolinas, and then at that point it's either going to go out to sea or it's going to loop back south and get near Florida again. So
I mean, by that point it would be super weak, though.
Yeah, it should be weakened. If it does go back south, I guess it could strengthen a little bit, but I don't think it'll be as bad a second time around.
No. I guess I hype these things up too much. I hype these to be all destructive, and then everybody's like down there. It's not. I live in Utah.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
we barely get any storms, but.
Well, it's like I said, it's a pretty strong storm, so they're not.
Oh yeah.
I think they're hyping it up a little too much because the Weather Channel, it's like a better safe than sorry thing, but they make it seem like it's gonna be this super deadly storm,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's gonna die, and the world's gonna end, and everything. But it's gonna do some damage. It's gonna scrape Florida a little bit, but it's not gonna be that bad. So.
Well, it's always, of course, if the national whatever, the state says, well, this is going to be a bad storm, and it's not a bad storm. Okay, well, no harm done. So, it's just a rain shower. Just don't worry about it. It's only all houses are gone.
It's
still
nothing to take lightly. No, not at all.
Yeah.
But
it's good to assume the worst, at the very least.
There's plenty of times where they call quote orange or quote red even, and like quote yellow.
Yeah. It could definitely been a lot worse, but luckily it's not doing what everybody thought it would. So. But
yeah,
there's actually 2 hurricanes out there. The other one's not really a problem, but
no.
It's interesting watching the 2, how they affect each other.
It's strange weather. About 2 weeks ago, a very odd phenomenon happened in Utah. I think we've only ever seen one other tornado in Utah, but we had a tornado just like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
which is it's super strange for Utah. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's very strange. I can't remember the news reports. It destroyed quite a few houses. I don't think it killed anybody, which is good.
Good.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Tornadoes are pretty finicky things.
Mm-hmm.
They're really interesting to me. But, some wacky weather out there.
Mm-hmm. Always going to be some strange new weather.
I think what's pretty crazy is you look at the typhoons that went after like Asia, like 3 really strong storms that hit like Taiwan and Japan and China, like 3 in a row. All took a pretty similar path too. Thought that was kind of crazy for them.
Yeah, yeah.
They get some pretty strong stuff out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully we don't see any more bigger storms, but I'm sure they're still to come. We're especially now getting to the winter season, getting the blizzards coming in. So.
Yeah.
Well, our freak weather consists about no longer really having a winter. Last year we didn't have any frost really at all. Too bad because we like to ice skate. But...
Yeah, that's a sad winter. I couldn't imagine not having any snow.
Well, here it gets hyped up for the Christmas days. Are we getting a white winter? Yes or no? Probably no.
Yeah, this winter will be my first snowfall in a long time. Because I've been in Florida for so long. But
yeah,
Tennessee is actually supposed to get like a couple inches a year, so nice to experience that again.
Yeah, I'm totally used to it. I live in a state that gets feet of it every day, so I'm very happy to see it come back. In fact, it really should be starting this month, is my guess. We usually start seeing snow this time around the year.
I'm still getting 80-degree weather over here, so it'll be a little while.
Too many times have we had snow on Halloween. Snow.
What I do like about Tennessee, though, because like Florida's probably still in the 90s or so, so I'm definitely enjoying the 80-degree weather as a nice change.
That would still be hot for me. It's just too hot.
Well, I'm just done with Florida, so I'm glad I don't have to deal with anything like that anymore.
No.
At least Not unless I come visit, but yeah, I don't expect to move down there again.
Well, do we have anything else?
I think we covered everything.
I think we got it all.
Definitely we had a lot to talk about this time, which is good.
Oh yeah, how long is this recording? It is 1 hour and 3 minutes long. Wonderful.
Ooh. And maybe we should wrap it up then.
Oh yeah. Well, everybody, thank you guys for watching today's episode. If you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to smash that like button and check out Ace's channel. And Smitje, do you have a channel?
Not really.
Go check out. Do you have a Twitter?
Yeah.
Go check out Smitje's Twitter.
Yeah.
She'll be down in the below.
We'll find him somehow.
But yeah, guys have anything to say? Why am I doing streets outro? Go leave it down in the comments if you want to say anything about the podcast, and if you have questions for us, definitely leave them down there below. And I guess we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.